Back here inside the Bank of Colorado Arena with head coach Jenny Huth, the Bears fall 81-61. Really a tale of two halves, and then as you look at each of the halves, a tale of two periods within each of the half. But let's talk about that first half and what you said to the ladies to come out and spark that third period. What did you say to them at halftime?
Well, I was a little fiery because I thought we let 32 go off from the three-point line. We said that she was a 40% three-point shooter, and she hadn't played in the first couple games. And you just have to lock in and not give her open threes. 4 for 4 was too much, and then we had 13 turnovers at half, and that's just atrocious. Just purposeless basketball at that point. And one of the things that we have to do with a young team is learn how to move the ball. Like it's not just one man versus one man. It's move the ball, make the defense shift, and then you're going to have driving lanes. And we thought that was going to be an advantage for us, but we never really moved the ball. And we've got to have a better understanding of what plays are, who we are, and where the themes in the game are, because the margin of error is small, and so you can't have a ton of errors. And we had way too many in the first half.
You had a young team tonight that you played with, and at points, to me, it looked like some of that youngness showed through in that first half when you make some of those turnovers. They were trying to get a lot into Alicia Davis, and a lot of those passes, unfortunately, turned into turnovers. But in that second period, in that second half, they really woke up and they started getting their shots. Olivia Wickstrom was finding her spot, getting to her shot, and they were not forcing the passes near as much.
Yeah, I think for sure. We had less turnovers. I think we only had 7 in the second half, so better there. Still didn't think we defended the three-point line the way we needed to. They shot 53% from the three, and we knew that was going to be the difference of the game. So how quickly do we lock into that? I thought they hurt us. Number 30 really hurt us on isolations and just smart. She just kind of could head fake, and she could draw two and get us jumping, and she really hurt us at key basket times. I thought we cut the lead, and it was 60-72, and we had a chance to really kind of break into that lead right there, and actually the tables turned the opposite direction. So we have some work to do on that, but the second half I did think we played okay in spurts.
This is a good game, though, to prepare you for some of the teams that you're going to see coming up in conference play. These guys play fast. They pressed a lot. They put your team into situations that I think you're going to see when you get into conference play. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and it's just getting on the same page. You can't play good basketball without all 5 people knowing what's going on, and I think we do when we practice. I think the nerves get to us, and then maybe a defensive person denies something that we're not used to denying. So just being able to be a little bit more resilient when things aren't picture perfect, and we try to practice against each other, but even in the practice, you can't get all the reads because we're pretty young too. So knowing the reads isn't the same as when you're going against a pretty veteran and a well-seasoned team.
The thing that's jumped out to me this week in these 3 games that we've had inside the Bank of Colorado Arena this week was that, Alicia Davis is going to get her points. She's going to get her points. But what we've seen is each game we've seen a different person step up and help out, right? Alicia White has really come to her own. She's playing well out there, moving without the basketball. But we saw Hannah Simmental last game, Olivia Wickstrom this game, stepping into that scoring role when you need that.
Yeah, and they are. That's who they are. That's who we've recruited them to be. So doing that consistently at a high level, I think they're learning how. I mean, Hannah's been really consistent for us, and that's just her mindset, and that's been really helpful. And like you said, Alicia's been fantastic in terms of just consistent and stays the course. She had a good night tonight, I thought, and definitely the wings are starting to really understand how to score and become who they are, and then maybe who they are to another level. So I think that's the key to basketball, is staying in your box and understanding how to play within yourself.
So now you got a week off, and then you go in on a road trip for the first back-to-back road games against a conference opponent. Idaho State picked to finish in the top 2 by coaches and media. They're going to be a good team and a good test for you guys right out of the gate for conference.
Yeah, no question. They're playing well. I saw them play the other night, and they just move the ball. They're pretty fluid in how they do stuff. They can score inside out. They're tough nosed, so that will be good. I thought this game and this week really did give us a sense of what conference is going to be like. So I'm thankful for that. We just have to keep learning. Go back to the drawing board and kind of get into the classroom setting. You got some people that are in addition and subtraction, and some are in algebra too. And so we got to level that out, and then we got to get a whole lot of toughness in us. And this game doesn't give you any breaks, and you gotta want it, you gotta compete for it, and you gotta be extremely resilient and tough. 50-50 balls and execution when somebody knows your play, and reading the defense when they take something away, what's next, and just learning how to do that a little bit more with some fluidity is going to really help us.
We got a 10-day break now to kind of reset things and get the ladies ready to go for conference. We'll see you back here on the 20th as you welcome in a Wyoming team inside the Bank of Colorado Arena. So we won't see each other for a couple weeks, Coach. Good luck on the road, and I'll enjoy watching you guys on Pluto TV. But thanks for joining us tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks. As Coach Huth steps out, the Bears fall to a tough Abilene Christian team, 81-61 for the first time this season. Abilene Christian held to under 90 points scoring. The Bears do a good job, but just can't hold off as they allow the Wildcats to shoot 54%. And as you heard Coach talk about number 30, that's Anna McLeod. McLeod finished with 28 points. The Bears cannot do that if they allow that. And the Bears are going to have a tough opponent as they hit the road. They're on the road for the next two, December 14th and 16th. They'll be at Idaho State, those two games there at Idaho State, and then they'll be back home. We'll be right here on the 20th of December as they welcome in the Cowgirls from Wyoming. As the Bears fall tonight to the Wildcats from Abilene Christian by a final score of 81-61. I'm Aaron Rath saying good night and go Bears.